Hey there. Hold on, sorry. Getting everything set up here, and I'm hoping we can get this live stream going. Because I should have tested it before I started this. Hey, Anthony. Does everything sound okay? I am streaming from my phone. So I cannot promise you it's going to be the best sounding or best looking live stream. I can't even promise it's going to work, to be honest with you. So let's see. But you can hear my voice, right? Yes, no. Alright. Guys, bear with me for just a second. Wonderful. That's what I needed to know. So yeah, I'm taking a quick break. Figure I'd do a live stream, kind of catch everybody up to what's going on at DJ Expo. Give you some of my opinions, answering some questions that I know you guys may have about what's going on at DJ Expo here in Atlantic City. So you know the drill. Put your questions on the little chat right on that side and let me know what you guys are wanting. As far as wanting to know, maybe you want to know something about what's going on at DJ Expo. Oh, look, questions are rolling in, and of course, via text message, which I'm using my phone right now to do the live stream because my webcam's broken. Otherwise, I'd be hotspotting. For some reason, the webcam does not work on my phone. Oh, 1 second, sorry. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the beginning of the questions. First of all, how when they came in, actually right before I did the live stream, and this comes from Brian Schwartz. And Brian asks, let's see, how's the conference going? It's going great. We'll go over that in a second. I'm in the market for new DJ gear ASAP. How's the new Mark NV? I primarily perform at weddings. I'm also looking at the Denon MC6000 MK2. So I could be going on and on and on and on about all the different controllers. Last time I mentioned the VMS5 if you're looking for a beginner controller. However, Brian, I know that you've been, or not beginner controller, if you want it for something simple. And by that I mean you don't need turntables, you don't need, a bunch of fancy effects because you use virtual DJ, and that'll work out, right? And if you're not using virtual DJ, using Serato, well, obviously we've got the two choices that you've asked. They're both great controllers. So I'm going to stick between the two that you've asked about, Brian. I have not used the NV personally. I've actually not used the MC6000 MK2 personally either, long enough that I can form an opinion. However, I have the original 6000. I've done reviews on the 6000, and I can tell you that it is a great board. So the 6000 Mark II, I can't imagine how great it's got to be. Denon really did a good job putting that out together. And if you're looking between those two, those are great board. That's a great board. The NV is also another fine board, but I haven't been able to really use it long enough to give you an opinion. But the MC6000 has a great proven track record, so I can't imagine the MK2 is going to be any different. Same thing with again the VMS5, a lot of great features, great price. Reloop has some good controllers, and my DJs use some of the Reloop controllers. The 4-channel one, I honestly remember the name of it. They've had pretty good success with it as well. 1 second. Sorry, every time I get text, I'm trying to shut down the text because they interrupt the questions. So hopefully that answers your question, Brian. Okay, so let's scroll down here. Nicholas, Hubcup, Anthony, Steve Jobs, I like that. Ian, great seeing you guys. Matt, great seeing you as well. First off, is the water cold? I haven't gone in the water. I know better than that. People, this is New Jersey. I'm not going in the water there. No, but in all seriousness, I'm not a beach person, so I did not try that. Nicholas asks, is it my DMX Buddy a good beginner lighting board? No, it's not a board, it's a software, but absolutely Long answer short, yes. You also may want to look at the Airstream DMX, even easier to use than my DMX buddy, and to me, I find it a lot more fun. So take a look at the Airstream DMX. It's a little box. It connects to your iPad wirelessly or your iPhone, and you can control your lights from your iPhone or your iPad. Matt, I most certainly lost my voice. I am the MC for the ADJ booth at DJ Expo, and they also sponsored my seminar. So that was pretty cool. They flew me out here to do their seminar, and I get a chance to see the actual show. So that's been fun. So I have no voice. I'll be very frank. These people do not, and I don't mean ADJ. I'm talking to whoever runs DJ Expo, DJ Times. They don't monitor sound at all. It's just like who can play their shit the loudest, and it hurts after a while just trying to talk over people. So yeah, my voice is going out completely. Ian asks, what do I think of the Stinger Star, honestly? So, as you guys know, again, I'm here because of ADJ. But I cannot be bought. My reviews will never be bought. I've had other companies offer to pay me for reviews. I'm not going to accept that. If I like a piece of gear, I will review it. If I don't review a piece of gear, it doesn't mean I didn't like it. It just means it doesn't fit what I do. I don't review lights in the sense of, well, let's look at it objectively. No, I review lights and gear that I love and I use, and I know that if you use it, you're going to love it too unless there's something wrong with you. That being said, I will give you an honest opinion no matter what it is. ADJ has these two new lights. They've got the Stinger Star and the Stinger Gobo. When I first saw them, like, this is the corniest thing ever. Just because I don't like that plastic dome. I don't. I simply don't. But, that being said, the Stinger Star seems to be brighter than the original Stinger. And with haze, the laser beams coming out of the Star almost look like cones. But not like your traditional laser cone. It's like an even cylinder of laser. It's the trippiest thing. It's pretty cool. But that all being said, I prefer the Stinger Gobo. If you're looking between two Stingers, the Gobo, I think it's going to give you a lot more action. I'm not a fan of LED dots. That's not a surprise there. So I think the Gobo is going to give you a little bit more fun, more action, and it'll give you good options with or without haze. So if you're a wedding DJ that's just looking for a basic, simple light, either of those two Stingers you're going to love, honestly, because they do give you those all-in-ones. Not my personal cup of tea, but that's not the kind of event or lighting effect that I'm personally after. So that's why I haven't really talked too much about it, because I can't form really an opinion on the Stinger series when I haven't used them. But they are bright. For what they are very bright. I know this because I keep getting hit with the strobe light from the original Stinger that we have, and that strobe is bright. The Stinger Star does have the UV filter. That's pretty cool too. Or the UV light. That's pretty cool. But if you're going to look between the two Stingers, look at the Gobo. I think you like that one the most. As Steve Yobbs asks, are there any lighting companies releasing a gig bar type fixtures? I can only speak on behalf of ADJ. I haven't used the gig bar enough to I've seen it. I'm not crazy about the effect. And forget the, whoever makes whatever item aside. Me personally, if I'm only going to bring two floods to a wedding, they better be bright, bright floods. And I think with the gig bar, because I have a friend of mine that uses it, and I told him, dude, I think it's too hot, meaning I think that beam is a little too focused on that parkin, so we put one of the ADJ diffusers on it, and that really helped him out. But just like on the Stinger series, I personally don't use those kind of effects as far as laser beams or laser dots everywhere. I personally don't. If ADJ is going to release, something similar to that, I don't know. If they do, then people will say, oh, it's a Me Too product. If they don't, then people ask, well, why are they not releasing it? So I think from the lighting manufacturer, not just any ADJ, but any lighting manufacturer, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Now, I hope that kind of, explains that part. I think ADJ is really focusing on, okay, as far as, for the all-in-one, making it small, portable. I would rather have the DOTS T-PAR system with a Stinger Gobo on top if you're going to go for that kind of effect. The gig bar idea, I'll give Chavez their props. That's a pretty cool idea as far as combining all those in one bar type effect. But if it were me, I would have made those floods a lot brighter. That's just my personal opinion. Again, based on the events that I do. Because, my crowds are, even my weddings, my smaller weddings are at least 100 people. So I want to have bright floods. I want to really bring down the lights. Matt says, loud at the expo. Very, very loud at the expo. Lemons. Oh, lemon. Oh my God, sorry, I'm like tired. Yes, man, I am very, 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 very tired. But it's been a while since I've done a live stream. I promised you guys I would do the live stream, so here I am. Ian says, I bought the mirror ball arm kit from NLFX today. Dude, that mirror ball kit is so freaking cool. Guys, I'm going to be sharing a video on this probably today or tomorrow. Eliminator is killing it with 2 items. One is an all-in-one mirror ball kit. You get your stand, you get your scrim, but it's got this big hook that you can put a big mirror ball in there, and the power's running inside it, so it's got the motor on there. And they've got the light-up letters to say Mr. and Mrs. or Love. You know, super expensive letters that we spent like $1,500 to make. Yeah, they got big ones with remote control, RGB LEDs, and it's like under $500. It's just insane, and they're huge too. Freaking tall letters. Big props, big shout out to Eliminator for that. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Anthony asks, is there a difference between the focus spot 1 and 2 other than the LED? No. Both the 1 and 2 have that UV LED. They both have interchangeable gobos. The big difference is the Focus 1 has a 35 watt LED. The Focus 2 is a 75 watt. Again, wattage doesn't matter, but come on, we got to apply some common sense here. That 75 watt, since it's the same size gobo, same surface area, the 75 watt means it's going to be a brighter LED. The optics, to me, I haven't had a chance to really open them side by side, but I've opened them up. The optics look exactly the same, so you are going to get obviously that brighter color of the 75 watt. But the Focus Spot 1 does not have that prism, whereas the Focus Spot 2 does have the prism. Anthony, I will not be going to LDI at all this year. It is my busiest homecoming season, and when LDI stopped freaking doing LDI in the middle of everybody, like in the East Coast, Halloween, that whole week, that whole month of October, it's very, 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 very busy for us. And LDI keeps doing it in the busiest week for a lot of us. Not just me because of schools, but, you know, conventions, hotels, weddings. That's a busy month. Stupid for LDI to be doing their seminar or whatever, their convention in October. Hate it. Terrible. So I will not be there this year. Nicholas says, I need a lighting board for my church. Should I buy a Jan's Vista or a CompuShow and Midicom Pro? I hate Jan's. I think it's the devil. I think it's horrible. Go with CompuShow plus the Midicom Pro. Ooh, Midicom Pro. But here's the real reason why. Because you can create that little remote control that goes on, what's it called, on your iPad or iPhone. So that way if you don't want, like let's say they're doing, just a Wednesday night service. You don't need to run the lights for all that. You don't want to bring a lighting tech out for that. No worries. You have everything pre-programmed on the remote, and the pastor can turn on and off the lights, do what he needs, all from his phone, without messing with the original programs. And you can design the remote control to do whatever the heck you want. So I just realized I said it's the devil when we're talking about a church. And my bad, but you get my point. Continuing on, let's see. Can you talk about those icon fixtures? They were pretty impressive. Hubcap, actually, what I want to do is go look at my YouTube channel. I did a shootout. Look for Icon Shootout, IKON, guys. I compare the icon profile against the Martin PR1, against the original ADJ icon, the 60-watt monster, and a 575-watt Source 4 Lico. No clickbait, none. The results may surprise you. The results will shock you because it's brighter than all the 3 other fixtures. Because better optics, and you have that 32-watt LED in a really small surface area. So, personally, the icon profile, my absolute favorite gobo projector that ADJ has. You can't go wrong with it. Check out my review and my shootout. You're gonna love it. It's gonna blow your mind away. Hold on 1 second. So, Ian says, you can always turn the dimmer down, but if it's up all the way, you need more. You are SOL. Wait, where is that from? I already forgot what we were talking about. You're going to have to remind me. Michael G asks, I'm on the fence about purchasing the QSC K12s and Yamaha DXRs. Your opinion, please. I don't like the K12s. I don't. They sound bright, and I don't mean a good bright. I mean like insanely high. It's highs and some lows. When you crank it up, your mids disappear. I don't like the K12. It is no secret about it. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm a huge Yamaha fan. Even if Yamaha or EV didn't exist, I still would not use the K12s. Not a fan of them. The DXRs, however, when I crank them up. And this is the whole reason. Remember, if you guys don't, haven't followed me for long, before I bought the Yamaha system, I had the Bose. And I had the HK. Before the HK, I had the Bose. So it was Bose, Model 1, the PAS Model 1. Then I got the HKs. Then I got the Bose Model 2. Sold all that for the Yamahas. They sound that damn good. The DSRs is what I originally got because that was before the DXRs. And now the DXR 12, I use the DXR 10s with the DXS 12 subs. I'm just non-stop compliments about how good my sound is. And not just from my clients, but I mean from other professional audio engineers. My stuff sounds good because I use those Yamaha DXRs. They're great. Go with it. You will not be disappointed. Let's see. Richard says, this is my first time doing a wedding as a DJ. Can you recommend how to do it? I have ADJ lights and haze machine plus DJ system by Newmark. Richard, if you've never done a wedding before, I'm going to be frank, you need to go with somebody that's done a wedding before. Do not risk somebody's special day so you can try doing a wedding for the first time. Just don't. And I'm saying this not only as somebody that tries to give good advice to people, I'm not saying this just as a wedding DJ. I'm saying this as somebody that really cares about the DJ and the wedding industry. You don't want to just show up and DJ. That's not how weddings are done. I cannot even explain that in the next 2 hours on how to properly do a wedding. Go shadow somebody, at the very least, shadow somebody that's done a wedding before. If not, take somebody with you to walk you through because you will be in charge of everything, including this couple's most important day of their lives. Do not ruin it because you've never done a wedding before. If you screw up, you're done for. Business-wise, it's the worst thing you could absolutely do. I'm not saying this to scare you. I don't want to be negative Nancy over here, but you know me, I'm going to tell you nothing but the truth, man. Go shadow somebody ASAP. Matt says, did anyone get a selfie with you for the DJ and TV contest? Yeah, John Young, thanks a freaking lot. I can't even take a dump without somebody. Hey, you want a selfie? Just kidding. I don't mind it. I love taking photos with everybody. I really appreciate the love and support. So thanks for that. It's been actually a lot of fun. That was a pretty cool contest that John did. Ian says, watts don't matter. Yes, watts do not matter. That's what you're referring to before. And I mean, watts are not a measurement of brightness. That's pretty much what I mean by that. If you guys have not seen that, go to my channel, search watts don't matter because they don't. Unless you're trying to not plug a million things in one outlet and blow an outlet, then watts do matter. When you're talking about brightness or how loud a speaker is, it doesn't matter. Matt says, great comparison video. He's talking about the icon profile. Thank you very much. Nicholas says, I guess I shouldn't bring the devil into a church. You're absolutely right. By the way, I always tell people whenever they say, oh, I believe in God. Yeah, so does the devil. Doesn't mean anything. Actions speak louder than words, my man. Just a little side thought. I always found that kind of funny to say. Anyways, Anthony says, correct look at Mac Quantum with 470 watt LED pulling 12,000 lumens and a solar spot 1500 with 400 watt pulling 26,000 lumen. Exactly. Watts don't matter. Michael G says, thank you. You're welcome. So if EV and Yamaha didn't exist, would you be using a Meyer line array? Anthony, I swear I'm going to go to Canada and just beat the snot out of you right now. No, I would not be using a Meyer line array. If EV and Yamaha didn't exist and I was going to get a line array, it'd be a DAS or a DOS or however you pronounce it. By far. Dude, you should hear these things. Let's see. Ish Lucero said, what lasers do you recommend? Well, I'm a big fan of Cavant or Quant, however you want to call them. But X Laser has this new laser as well called the Mirage. Really, really, really small, insanely fast. You're talking 30K at 8 degrees. Beautiful colors out of it. Really, really sharp. Real wide scan rate. So, excuse me, props to X Laser. But if money's not an issue, Cavant, all the way. Richard says, what area are you in? Or Ian asks, Richard, what area are you in? I have no idea. Hubcap dude says, I got a selfie with you. Dude, you should have told me your screen names because I will forget names. So you got to tell me screen names so I don't forget. Let's see. Matt Christian says, LOL. I'm not sure what we're laughing at because I have no idea how bad the delay is, but LOL. Anthony says, you get where I'm going with this Meyer thing, right? Yes, I get that you obviously have never heard anything else. Look, Meyers are great. They're not the best sounding line array. I really don't think they are. I think the EVs kill Meyer. I think the Yamahas kill Meyer. I think DAS kills Meyer. I don't get the whole Meyer thing. I don't. I think that there's way better sending caps out there, just like the QSEs. The reason QSC, I think everybody's using them is because they were the first ones to have, well, kind of sort of, they were the first ones to have a high-powered speaker, a high volume output powered speaker. But what have they done since? I mean, they got the KWs. That's great. The KWs came, 3-4 years ago? Nothing ever since. Meanwhile, Yamaha's had new stuff coming out. EV has had new stuff coming out. Come on, QSE, step up your game, son. Oh, Ian says, I'll give Richard some wedding advice if he wants it. Like I said, there's tons of wedding advice, and only reason I'm not giving it out right now because we will be here forever is I'm actually just trying to make this a sort of fast stream because I'm streaming on my phone. I don't get free internet because the Trump freaking sucks. But go get shadow. Go shadow a DJ. If you're near Ian and he offers to shadow or to let you shadow him, do it. Anthony says, jokes, bro. Meyer sucks. Oh, I did not know you. I thought you were obsessed with Meyer. I like my Adamson and acoustics. I've not heard the acoustics. I've heard the Adamsons, and I can see that. What the heck was that noise? Hold on. Am I literally getting a phone call? What the hell was that? That was so weird. Hold on. Hold on. Why am I getting a call here? Okay, I don't know what the heck that was. All of a sudden my phone starts ringing. Freaking weird, scary, what the hell ever. Let's continue on here. Oh yeah, by the way, Richard, please tell us where you are at. Let's see if we can find you somebody nearby that will let you shadow them. That'll really help you out, I can promise you that. Anthony, DJ Bambino Roman says, what do you think about photo booth? I was at the expo today. There were a lot of options to choose from. What would you recommend as a newbie? Okay, so I built my own photo booth. But the only reason that I did that is because I know what I'm doing. Just plain and simple. I knew what I wanted. I don't recommend it. It sucks ass to build a photo booth. And 9 out of 10 is going to look like a homemade photo booth. So, that being said, you have to. I know they're the most expensive. I know they are, but you're going to love it. Go to Atlanta Photo Booth. You will not find one single dissatisfied Atlanta customer. Not one. I will bet you anything that Steve Lynch has a 100% satisfaction rate. Not to mention, Steve's a cool dude. He's going to be very blunt, very honest with you. He's not going to BS around. And when you're buying from somebody, isn't that what you want? Trust me. Tell Steve that me, Arnaldo, sent you. Go with your credit card, make it rain in that booth. He's got some great ones. The venue booth is really freaking cool. There's another company that does a photo booth that looks like a giant mirror. That's pretty cool, but I haven't seen it. I haven't used it personally. I've used the Atlanta photo booths. I've seen them in and out. I know the work that Steve puts into them, and he's literally building these things from acrylic himself. If you guys know those, cable box covers that the cable companies use, yeah, he made those. He owns the patent on them. The guy is great with a CNC. So you definitely got to go check out Atlanta Photo Booths. Tell them that I sent you. Ish says, what do you think of PV of the PV XP15? I'll be honest with you, not a fan of their newer stuff or their power stuff in general because I don't like the sound out of it. You got to EQ the hell out of it. But that being said, PV's a long-running company with pretty good customer service from what I hear. And back in the day, man, those Black Widow drivers, dude, I love those things. Those things were loud. You could beat the shit out of them. No issues. But again, with the new stuff, what I've heard, haven't been too thrilled with, but they didn't sound bad. I think for the money, they were pretty good, but I haven't been able to use them. I haven't used them, so I really couldn't give you a decent opinion on them. But that being said, people who have used them have been happy with them. Let's see. Anthony says, don't answer that. It's a ghost. It's going to kill you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm convinced. Nicholas says, my school's dimmer rack is broken. It controls all of our wash lights. What should I do? Buy a new dimmer rack or upgrade your system? Whatever your school can afford. Yeah, but if it's broken, either get it fixed, buy a new one, or upgrade your entire system. Let's see here. Matt says, where does one look for DJ or use DJ gear controllers that people sell when they upgrade? Facebook. Pretty much. Hawaii asks, hey Ronaldo, I want to use my Inner Spot Pros and Focus Spots as spotlights. Any tips on changing the color temp output on those things? Yes, actually, I do have a tip. Um, Go look for like if you're looking for like a warm white, just get a glass Kobo. That's gonna be expensive. Actually, will be expensive. So see if Apollo can do it on the cool ink, which is like the transparency in between two pieces of glass, and have a match the color that you're looking for. Say, hey, I need it to be 5300K, and they should be able to help you out. Or Pro Gobo, go Pro Gobo for sure. Pro Gobo, and I think that's a pretty good way of being able to use a moving head as a spotlight with a warm filter in it. And the reason I don't say just slap a filter on top of your moving head is because you may want to use it as more than just a spotlight. So I think you doing a glass Gobo would be a good way of doing it. Let's see here. Michael G asks, what do you think of the ADJ Encore Profile 1000 color? I used mine for the last week and it was great. A little heavy. It is heavy, but it's a Source 4 replacement. It's a great light. I personally prefer the non-color one. I'd rather get all lumens focused on one color, and that would be a cool white versus a warm white or anything else. But when you're wanting to do effects like water effects or all that, or do some cool color scrolls, that color does really come in handy. And that being said, that profile is freaking bright, dude. The Encore profile is ridiculously bright. Matt says, we need an all those hotel room number so we can call his room phone. How about not? Ian, let's not Ian, sorry, the hubcap. Have you been able to test the My DMX 2.1 software new dongle? Yes, a new dongle. Let me go over this. I'll be honest with you. James and I both knew this was going to be a mess when they did it because there is no 2.1 software. Yes, it says 2.1, but it's 2.0 minus a couple stability improvements. The 2.1 software will work on the 2.0 dongles. The 2.1 dongles, all they do is to have the newer chip, much faster chip, and this is really important when you're looking at DMX clock speeds and such, right? If you put an old DMX board with some of the newer LED lights, you're going to notice that they kind of flicker as they fade, even when they're flicker free. That's a clock speed issue. That new chip is going to be basically more future proof. But the most important part is that my DMX 2.1 box will be compatible with future upgrades. You know, will there be a 2.5? I don't know. I'm sure there'll be something released eventually. So that box is going to allow you to run newer versions of that software. And again, that chip is going to give you some more options. In reality, I know exactly what those options are. Can't tell you. Sorry. Let's see here. So did you end up seeing the LED atomic strobe at the Harman booth? I was one of the first people to see it at LDI, and I was blind for the rest of the day. You mean the one that Elation did? Like, before? Yeah. Yeah, I did. And you're right. It is absolutely bright. But I'd rather get the Elation. Look at the price difference, and more importantly, look at the service record. Who's got the faster service? That's all I'm going to say to that. Any clue where they're doing a DJ Expo next year? I want to start swimming. Okay, so here's the thing, right? This place isn't shutting down. I don't care what anybody says. So when you walk in, you've got this strike going on. This is so stupid. Okay, I have such a thing against unions. If you're a police officer, if you are any kind of civil servant, if you're a teacher, if you work in a mine or any kind of dangerous job like that, you need a union to protect you. I totally get that. These are freaking hotel workers, okay? They're not risking their lives. Seriously. Let's turn it into a ranch show for a minute. What the hell? They freaking never cleaned rooms here before. I remember the first time I came here, my room smelled like piss. They don't clean the damn room, and they're going to go on strike. You know why they're going on strike? I'm going to tell you why they're going on strike. Because they think the hotel's going to shut down. So they may not get paid or whatever the case may be. But isn't it funny how while they're sitting on their ass, not doing anything where they could actually be looking for another job, they're getting their union dues. They're getting paid with their union dues. I'm going to rant a little bit about that. And this is my personal opinion. If I have a problem with a job and my boss, I do one of two things. I suck it up or I go work somewhere else. Nobody's forcing them to work at the Trump. They can work at some other place around here. Now, that being said, I think the whole reason that, this hotel's going downhill is because he's letting the scabs take care of it, which, by the way, the air conditioner doesn't work downstairs, freaking sucks. But my room, super clean. I mean, really, it was super clean, beautiful view, cleanest I've ever seen it. But I think what's going to happen is that he's going to let the hotel basically let those union contracts stop, going to rebrand it, hire all new people, and maybe hopefully not be a union company that he uses. I think that's what he's doing because there's a lot of renovations going. Nobody's ordered the renovations to stop. So either that means he's going to sell it or he's going to continue it. I believe he's going to continue it. That's my opinion. All right, let's see here. DJ Expo in St. Louis, Honolulu. No. You know why it's in Atlantic City and not Vegas or anywhere else? There's nothing to do here. There really isn't. So in Vegas, DJ will come up, oh, I can't spend any money. I spent it all in the casino, or I spent it all at this show or that show. There's nothing to do here except spend money at DJ Expo. So that and the fact that people drive here, I think is the reason why we sell a lot more here as opposed to Mobile Beat or any of the other shows. Let's see. Ish says, I saw the new 3D Vision. Looks awesome. Can you tell us more about it? Yes and no. I don't know quite everything that's going on with it, but it is freaking cool. So this little honeycomb system. It's got 3 LED quadrants, RGB, and you can basically pixel map it. It connects with Cat 5, but that connects to a dongle or to your DMX dongle. So like on my DMX, that's how they have it at the DJ Expo. They've got a my DMX with the pixel mapping options. And guys, it is a pretty freaking cool light. Definitely. Anthony says, I have Martin tech support on Facebook as I do have Relations. Remember, Relation and Martin Canada are within 15 minutes of each other, and I'm waiting for Relation to get the aura effect. That's not a question. Let's see here. Anthony says, thanks. You're welcome. All right, so keep posting questions because I will be logging out probably in about 5 or 10 minutes. My voice is... It's hurting. It really is. Oh. Okay, well, I guess that is all the questions. So I guess I will be logging off. Listen, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate the love and support. A lot of you guys have been coming up to me at DJ Expo. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm going to sign off. My voice is actually pretty hurting bad. I got this from DJ Expo. I got this from the Hard Rock, guys. Look at this. Hold on a second. Yum, yum. It is an Oreo cookie cheesecake. And it is so good. It is good. So, I didn't see anything yet from EV. So, no, I don't know yet. I know they're still really pushing the EKX, ETX, and... Oh my goodness. Yeah, the ETX, EKX. I didn't see any ZLXs, but I'm sure they have some in there. Their booth is really cool, by the way. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Have a great night. God bless you all. Those of you that are DJ Expo, come say hi to me. Come on. I get lonely. Now, come over to the DJ booth. Say hi. Thank you all for coming to my seminar. Have a great night. God bless.